G'day and welcome back for more economy-only nonsense where I'm trying to rip apart this station. I realized I hadn't actually checked what cargo this thing has, if any. It wouldn't surprise me if there's something kind of juicy on board, although that doesn't show anything fun. What about you? Nope. Alright, maybe it would surprise me if there's something nice on board. I got a bit of grinding to do. See what I can rip apart, and then it's on to make some money and see if I can get myself... I think I kind of need another jump drive if I'm going to be going off to unidentified signals and trying to jump around between all these stations, because having just one, it's a little bit slow. What I'd like to do relatively soon is move all these tanks and connect them in a way that they are less making this ship ridiculously long, because with the length and the mass spread out like that, turning is not as quick as I would like to be. If I can move that all maybe underneath, if I can put a connector somewhere up the front here, or maybe down the back here and flip it around, then I should be able to turn a bit more easily and hook up to stations so I can go in, go to this cargo container and just sell everything that I've got that station wants. Maximizing how quickly making it so that I can make my money as quickly as possible and even sell some of the cheaper stuff that I just don't really need to have thousands of steel plate and all that sort of thing. Oh, even the big cargo container had nothing. Pack these batteries so I can use them to power my jump drives, hopefully. I'm just going to shove them on somewhere on my tank thing, probably underneath. I think I'll just start adding them under there. I basically expect to be able to turn all the batteries on my main grid to recharge, just like all my tanks are, so that I can eventually just drain this whole extra segment of power and of fuel. Oh dear. Oh dear. Inventory full. Inventory full. My large cargo container is entirely full. Huh. I think I could probably improve my situation by breaking down a few thousand of these large steel tubes. So let's do that, because they are a lot more compact when they're just the iron ingots. What else could I break down that I'm not likely to sell or use at that? Whoa, 8,000 small steel tubes. Yep, we'll break those down. What else is big? These are probably big. Once that's all broken down, hopefully I'll have room for the rest of this station. I did not anticipate getting to the point where I had filled a large cargo container, because I really don't want to add another one to the ship. It's going to be hard enough adding another jump drive to it in a way that I'm happy with, because I'm not really happy with the way that I've added the original one. Okay, an hour in, and all the things are ground down. Now, where's a station? I want to go to a trade station. Also, how's my cargo looking? How have I gone with processing all the stuff? So I'm starting to break down the steel plate now. Inventory in the cargo container is still almost full, and I think I'm still rather full elsewhere too. Yeah, even my connectors are full. Or getting there. I might need to add another gyroscope to this as well. I'm going to be parking. I wouldn't mind being able to turn a little bit quicker than this. So all this extra mass is making it tricky. I've bumped it. Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's not the right connector. Oh, why there's so many connectors? Alright, that should be a bit less awkward. So we've got Earth orbit ones. I'm gonna go for this near space one. Oh. My jump range is reduced because I'm too heavy. Oh, guess I'm sitting here for a bit. Okay, so while I'm sitting here, let's think about how I want to rearrange things for the jump drives. So if I do this, how does that look? Yeah, I think I can work with that. Also, it's ready to jump, so let's jump. Now, have I made a terrible decision, and was this actually an ore trader that I've forgotten? And I should have labeled. It is an ore trader. There we go. I'll sell off my steel plate, which is selling for 1,000 apiece, and get 434,000. It's not bad. Would be better if I could be hooked up to the station, but right now I'm not really in a position to do that. So, I've now got 3.1 mil. That's not bad. Hasn't really done much for emptying out my inventory, but it's made a bit of an impact. And I've got cash. Alright, let's go see if there's any mission for hauling 836 kilometers. Let's accept. Yes. Let's go. I think I'm going to fall just a tiny bit short, but that's fine. I can go the last bit in my suit. Yeah. Just a touch short. But at least it's taken me to the right type of trader. I can sell and buy some components. Unless this thing already has a hauling contract, in which case I might be tempted just to take it. Yay, 200k. Hauling? You got a hauling contract? No. Alright, what are you buying? Cobalt ingots, gold ingots, power cells, silver, radio communication components, solar cells. Ugh. That's not very useful. What can I buy from you? Moderately cheap superconductor components? I think I'll just hang around for a bit and do the upgrades on my ship. See if I can maybe be close to getting rid of the weird docked on appendage thing. And reposition these fighters and make it so my ship can actually move itself a bit more easily with all this extra mass. And how close I'll get to getting this jump drive finished. One of the things I always need to remind myself when docking to these stations is that they are in safe zones. You can be a bit aggressive. So I want to go and see where the docking port is on this one at least. Oh, it's so nice having those extra gyros. To see if I can figure out where I should put an extra connector on this. But also see if I can hook up with the connector on those tanks. Because if I can hook up with those connectors, or that connector, then I've got the possibility of using that while I've got it and connecting via that, even though it is going to be a bit tricky to do so. Oh, I think I can just put a connector straight on the cargo container and hook up at least to this one on this base. I reckon that'd work. Okay, let's see what this allows. Store. Character inventory. Ah. Counter Prometheus. Yeah. It doesn't work. Alright, cool. That's good to know. So I'll fly outside the safe zone, add one to the side of the cargo container and come back in. Can't believe it's taken me this long to actually do this. Okay, that was a little bit clangy because I accidentally hit with the, with the fighter first. Oh, it wasn't happy about that. Store. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Sell. Detecting components. All. I don't have any. Power cells. Don't have any. Radio communication components. Could sell all 166 of them, but I probably shouldn't. Just in case I end up doing another repair contract. Let's just sell 50. Worth very much anyway. Solar cells, on the other hand, I'm going to sell all of them. And that is it. Oh, there might be a new mission though. Any acquisition contracts that are of interest? Large steel tubes. I reckon I've got that many large steel tubes. 520k there, let's take it. Finish. Yay! Thruster components. Oh. Don't think that's worth doing. Cause that's gonna be less than 50,000 a pop. Yeah. Have you got any hauling contracts yet? Still none? Oh, man. Might have to just go and find another trade station myself, rather than waiting for this place to get another bunch of things. But still, you know, my account balance is growing. 4.1 mil. My ship has grown. Oh, that's something I wanted to try. Have I left? Did I get rid of my... No, I've still got my landing gear. I have something I want to attempt. This is going to be awkward. We have no hauling missions. We have a few repair missions, but I'm just gonna try out an idea I've had since having a jump drive. Well, actually I had it before getting the jump drive. The idea is I pick up an escort contract and I try and jump the escort contract to its goal once the drones have arrived. needs to go 17.4 kilometers away. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna have to be quick about this. Let me out! Let me out, let me out, let me out! Let me out! Okay, so we'll leave these guys behind. Alright, where's that ship? Where's the ship? Where's the ship? Wait, where's the ship? Escort this ship down there. Okay, so I just gotta get this front landing gear to lock on without damaging either of our ships. That can't be too hard, right? Except that my forward thrust is super overpowered. Oh no, it's flying away. It's gonna make this extra tricky. I'm running out of time. Come on, come on. Those Mayday signals keep freaking me out, thinking that the drones are already here. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Well, that didn't work. That can't be too hard, right? That didn't work at all. Bye! That was an industrial accident. I didn't do it on purpose. That was really bad. Oh, I've got so much repairing to do. Oh. Oh. I was not expecting it to do a sudden flip maneuver then. Okay. So that's why you don't do this tactic. Gotcha. Oh, look at the hole. Look at the hole in my ship. How the mission isn't over already, I don't know. How I didn't die in that explosion, I don't know. Wow. Well, this near space station I was able to actually sell a decent amount too, so if I can dock up, maybe I can sell a bit more. Yeah, I am totally jumping away from the scene of that accident. Oh no, I need to go back! I left my hydrogen behind. Well, let's make a bit of quick money. We'll jump back. Maybe I'll get a trade mission, like a hauling mission to help me jump back and get some money. Okay, store, what have you got for me? Sell those. Sell those. Sell those. Sell those. And I have 6.5 million space credits. What missions you got for me, station? Got a hauling for me? No. You got some fun acquisition ones for me? Yes. Accept. Yay, now I have enough. And I should have enough cargo for everything to go into that cargo container. Makes it a lot easier to sell everything off. Alright. Guess I'm just gonna jump myself away then. Probably back to go collect my fuel. And do my repairs. Because I have smashed up my ship real badly. Okay, locked again. So I noticed something when I had to save, step away from the computer and reload. I had a hauling contract here before. It's gone, but when I reloaded, I had different contracts. And if I reload now with a save and a quick load, it's going to give me different contracts again. This isn't something I intend to abuse or use, and it also isn't something that happens every time. It's only at certain time frames around the refresh cycle that this will actually work. But for those of you who are playing on your own, I thought this might be some useful information to share. So there you go. You have some opportunity for getting refreshed contracts a bit more quickly. Depending on how quickly you can reload your save, that is. I am going to go and do this further away one. 760k. Let's go. Accept. Yes. Off we go. Now hopefully I've got enough to fix up the rest of this jump drive. One superconductor and one power cell short. There we go. 2 jump drives. I'm pleased that the second one came together much more quickly than the first. You need to go, so all these tanks need to go back on stockpile. Ship tanks. I don't have a name for this ship. I really should have a name for this ship, but sadly I might have to come up with that whenever I publish it on the workshop. Once I've got it repaired. Let's quickly do some of those repairs actually. Especially the badly damaged hatchery. Alright, and jumping. Okay, so on each stop I should have enough time to do a decent amount of repair work and maybe some starter design work at the back end. Which I think would be nice. Here we go. Contract. Hauling contract. Finish. Yay! I made money. Alright, hauling contracts. 1 million. Yeah, what the heck? Let's accept that one. So it's a ship shop. Oh. Okay. I should go to some ship shops to sell stuff because this has got heaps of componentry that it wants to buy. Which kind of makes sense. If you're going to be selling ships, you'll want to buy parts for those ships. Cool. All right, let's accept a hauling contract. 1 million. Let's go. And let's go do a jump. And probably 2 more after that. Finish. Hooray. I am going to have a look through my GPSs. I think I might have near Mars a ship seller. I do. All right, we're going to jump to that. See how much I can sell all of the various, well, see how many components I can sell off to them. See how much money I can end up with. Because at the moment I'm still pretty poor. 2.5 million. I would like to sell off a bunch and start to feel like I'm really accumulating money. It's all well and good having all this stuff, but if I'm not actually selling it off and making money from it, it doesn't really do anything for me. It was all well and good to think, oh yeah, I've got so many thruster components, I could sell them for X amount. I've got to find somewhere to actually sell them first. And that seems to be almost as hard as acquiring them in the first place. I am somewhat, now that I'm halfway through this 8,000 kilometer hauling contract, regretting picking an 8,000 kilometer hauling contract. Yay! Okay. Turn this in. Finish. Hooray! Oof, another long one. Oh well. It's the only one there, so let's do it. It's earning money. Slowly. How much have I got now? 8.2 million, and after this I'll have almost 10. Depending on what else I can sell at the next station. Where is this station? This is only a few... Like, this isn't that far from Earth-like. This is like right in the middle. I need to GPS where this is. This is a good station to have. Alright, I wonder if this is my near space station. So feels like it could be. Oh, it is! Oh, how much nickel do I have? Not a lot. I don't think I'll sell off all those motors. Sell off a few though. There we go, 11 million. Sell all the steel plate though. 12 million bucks. Boy, it's gonna be a lot. Oh, this is a long road. So let's have a bit of a think about where I'm at right now. I've managed to acquire 12 million bucks, which isn't too bad. I've got a heap of stuff on my ship, but I can't sell it. I haven't found anyone who wants to buy it. And I kind of need to find a few stations that are nearby one another so that I can jump between them and keep jumping, selling as I go, making that cash. But equally, it feels like doing hauling contracts to make some cash is also not a bad option. Because if I get a good hauling contract, like a 1.725 million, like that's a decent amount of cash. It's a long way to go, but it's a decent amount of cash. I'm just not sure. I think maybe I should be doing more of these length of contracts, the ones that I can do in a single jump with my 2 jump drives, and hope that I can sell down my inventory to the point where my jump drive actually gets back out to the 2,000 kilometers per jump drive. Because the moment being at like 1,200 each one is not great. So let's do this one since I've sold what I can here. Let's just check the acquisition contracts, make sure there's nothing, nothing great there. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing these jumps and selling. I've been trying to think about what I could make value from if I go and attack one of these unidentified signals. I still want to do it just because I want to do it. But equally, I'm like, how am I going to sell it if I can't sell what I've already got at the moment? Like, sure, I might find something really good, but how am I going to sell it? So until I've sold down my current inventory, I don't feel a lot of pull to go and do that. So that's my current goal, is sell down my inventory, make the cash that I can from what I've got. I should be able to make a bunch of the parts that they want, that they're willing to buy. So I think I need to start doing that. So they're willing to buy 480 large steel tubes, which, you know, that's 600 grand from that. Motors, I don't have a good supply of nickel, unfortunately. So I can't do them, but the basic stuff that's just iron, I have a good deal of. All right, well, I've found somewhere I can sell large steel tubes, which is great, because I'm actually going to remanufacture them, and I'm going to keep popping back there. Oh, that jump didn't really work, did it? I'm going to keep jumping back here and selling them off whenever I can. That DVEX station, which I think... Oh, okay. Something weird's going on with my jump. I think every excavator station seems to buy large steel tubes, so if I can sell those off, and steel plate. So if I can find a few of those that are within a jump of each other, I can do a bunch of selling of my very basic materials. And why is my jump not working? Why is my jump not working? This isn't good. Let's try jumping with the other one. See if this one works. I've definitely run into this bug, and I don't remember what I've done to fix it in the past. Oh dear. Rats. Let's see if it'll let me do a small blind jump with the second one. And then maybe let me do the other jump. Maybe this will fix it. Okay. And do the other jump. Come on. Work for me this time, please. Please? Please? Uh-oh. Okay, maybe the jump location is something it's not happy about. So let's do blind jump, 3,600. Yeah, I reckon this is on the surface and it's doing something funky with allowing me to do most of the jump. Yeah, there we go. Jump allowed. Yeah, I think these excavator stations are the ones I want to go to keep selling off all my steel, or my iron. Because I've got 134,000 kilos of iron. That's a lot of large steel tubes, and the large steel tubes are selling all right. First off, sell large steel tubes. Oh yeah, good stuff. All sell steel plate. All sell. Look at that money. Look at it going up. The front of my ship looks like a pair of tongs. I can't unsee it. I don't hate it. I don't even really dislike it, but I just keep seeing a pair of tongs. Like blacksmith's tongs, sort of thing. Or at least the stereotypical blacksmith's tongs. I have no idea if they actually use those things. So I'm going to do this for a bit. I'm going to do these jumps back and forth. I think I've got a decent amount of hydrogen left in here. Yeah, we're still looking good, 46%. So I've got enough power to run my jump drives for a while. And I'm going to see how far I can go in terms of getting my money out of this iron for the moment. With the sales I just made to this station, I have now topped 100 million space credits, which is fantastic. It means I'm well on my way. I've also been able to remove 2 of my large tanks from this little module here, because my fuel is starting to get a bit low with all these jumps. And what I've decided to do to see what happens from here is to add the freight contracts mod by Patrick, which I actually added last time, but I didn't get a GPS for it. So now I've got a GPS for one of these stations. I'm going to go to that station and see if I can sell anything better, because I'm struggling really hard to find anyone who's going to buy all my stuff. And I don't recall whether those space stations actually buy stuff. And I'd be really interested, but I also want to do one of its hauling missions, which means I will need to add a landing gear somewhere on my ship to be able to grab stuff. But I will do that when I arrive. You may notice that I'm slightly lacking my tools right now, and that's because to get the GPS, what I had to do was die, respawn in a respawn pod, delete that respawn, grab the GPS from the data pad that I spawned with, because when you do a fresh spawn you get one, because I would have had that if I'd started my game with it, and then delete that respawn pod and then come back here. Just in case you were wondering. Alright, there's going to be a few jumps and a whole lot more power, but I'm really interested. I'm hoping... No, that's the wrong direction. So that's the wrong jump drive. more than half the distance in a single jump. It's not too bad. It is a long way out, though. Okay, here we go. Oh. Well, that's not ideal. Where's the station? Why have I got no station? Well, that was a little bit strange and unfortunate because I went and had a look at my save file, and for some reason the stations that are meant to spawn in space for the freight contracts mod was set to off, so I'm not sure whether I did something weird there, but I have fixed it and I now have freight contract stations. Unfortunately though, the one that I can find that's the closest to me is 11,000 kilometers away. So off we go, I guess. This is gonna be a long road. And station, yeah. Okay, so I need to do a couple of things. These stations, I don't believe they have shops. I think they just have contracts, which means I don't need to dock to them. I probably made a somewhat sensible decision not going to one of these until I had at least emptied some of my inventory. But one of the problems with them not having a shop is I can't buy fuel. So let's go check if my assumption is correct. Ah, that's actually not a bad way to get off board. Let's go see if they have a shop. And around here, and we have contracts. We have Clan Cola. We don't have a shop block here. We don't have a shop block in the apartment up here. And nothing there, just a grav gen. Down this way, if we go all the way down, it's also just programmable block and ATM. There's no shop. So what that means is I'm going to have to make sure that I can always get to a vanilla station if my fuel is getting low, so that I can refuel at them and then come back to doing these contracts, assuming, holy cow, I was about to say assuming they're worthwhile doing. What? 29 million? I have 6 days to do it? Also, the fail reputation penalty is higher than the reward. Interesting. I'm afraid of how big that's going to be. Also, I need to have a fair bit of collateral to do these missions at all. That's worth noting too. It's lucky I've got my 100 mil, but you know what? Let's take a risk. Let's roll that dice. 6,407 kilometers, 29 million space credits, and I have 7 days to complete it. Accept. Yes. Now I need to go outside and make a landing gear on the thing so that I can lock it down. Because this is not something in my inventory. This is the thing that makes Patrick's mod so cool. Is that... Deliver... Where is the pickup? Pickup. Macro Heisenberg cylinder. I have to move this intact all the way there. And I'm going to guess that this thing is going to be heavy. Now luckily this container, unlike that ship that exploded in my face, isn't moving. So as long as I approach it slowly, I should be able to lock onto it with that landing gear. Oh, we're locked. Oh wow, okay. So if I come to a complete halt, I should be able to demonstrate something. We've stopped. It's very it puts you off a little bit having the safe zone there, but you can see currently it says on my jump drive GPS 619 kilometers. If I unlock this mag plate, it goes to 958. This thing is so heavy, it is almost dropping my jump range by half. Alright, so the delivery location is set. Can't be used to jump into natural gravity field. What? No. Oh no. No, 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 no. That's not okay. This... No, it can't be on the surface, can it? Is that a thing? Oh, no wonder this was paying so much. Oh, well that gets a lot more interesting. I'm gonna have to make parachutes and then a means to move this once it's on the ground? There's no way I can fly in atmo with this thing. Oh, that changes so much. Ah, that's right. Locking on from the front messes with the thing and makes it think there's an obstacle. I hope it's just on the far side of the planet and that's why the jump won't work. I really hope it's not on the surface. If it is, I'm going to try to do this anyway. But I really hope it's not. Yep. That's a big thing I'm moving. Oh man. And now I wait for another recharge. Alright. Jumping the last jump. Well, possibly the last jump. Depends if this is actually on the surface or if this is in space. Let's have a look. Oh, yes! It's the Earth. Yes. Okay, it is in orbit. Oh, phew. I was really worried about that. I was sort of looking forward to it, but I was also like, no, I don't really want to have to fly down to the surface and deal with the mess that's going to create and the challenge that's going to create. There we go. I made it to 24.5 kilometers away, which is really, I think, pretty good for a blind jump. Now, I didn't think I was supposed to need to get all this close. And I guess I'll just keep trying. Oh, guess I just had to wait a little bit longer, because I now have... Wait a second. Did I not get my... That's not how that works. Hold up. I don't think I got my collateral back. Because I had 101 million. I swear that thing was... Or maybe it was 28? Maybe it was 28 and I was rounding up to 30. Huh. But... I have conveniently been taken to a regular trade station. Inconveniently, that means I still only know where one of these new freight transfer stations is. Which means I have to fly all the way back there to go and do the next one. Obviously, these are paying a lot more than your regular hauling missions, but I'm kind of okay with that because it is transferring a whole lot more stuff. Like, it's a much harder mission to complete. Let's just see if you got... Why is no one buying platinum anymore? Really want to sell some platinum. Can't remember which station it was at that I swear it was this one that I was selling platinum at. Pretty happy with the cash though. Like 129 million I'm up to now. That's solid. Now, which of the regular vanilla stations? Let's go to Europa, or maybe I'll go to IGMN. Actually, no, I'll go to the Earth Orbit one, that one, that Stiv Shipyard one. Which makes me lighter, which means I can jump further, which is a good thing. Because I need to be able to jump further. I really need to be able to jump further. Imagine if I had 4 jump drives. And I could do those trade missions so quickly and probably get all my cash that way. And the number slowly climbs. 460,000. Freight transport. 5.9 million. What's the distance? 6,895. 59. What? My brain. Alright, I'll take the 6 mil. Let's go. This is a much smaller object. I better not bat it out of the way. Alright, we're locked. Where am I going? Oh, over near Mars this time. Ah. I was like, hang on a second, why have I not got thrust? Well, it looks like I have finally run out of fuel on those tanks. Which means I should turn off my engines, and then I can get my tanks back off stockpile, and any power is going to come from those batteries first, because the batteries on the ship, I think, at least they were for a while. No, they're all back on auto. Great. These ones, and the ones on my little ship, need to go, little ones, all need to go onto stockpile. More on the fuel thing. So these go to recharge. These ones will go empty. And then I can remove that chunky appendage. Let's see how long it takes till this one completes. It took me a little while last time. Nope, gone. Cool. Contract failed? I think I got paid though. Yeah, I reckon I got paid. That's more money than I had before. Weird. I'll just ignore that. Okay, so we're at 143 million. I still need... What is it? Let's go to the ship seller and see how much I need. All right, so this is a ship seller. We've gotten to one. This is the one that's near Europa, so it was actually a bit closer. And I set as my goal to buy the most expensive ship available. And the most expensive ship at this station is the LCC-3 Freighter, which I can afford to buy right now. And the reason I bring that up is that right now I am basically jumping back and forth between stations, selling stuff, selling stuff, selling stuff, selling stuff. And that's going to continue for a very long time. And I did do this for a very long time, and it's not very fun. So instead of continuing to play in a way that's not very fun, I decided to investigate an alternative that might be a good way to use the economy to make our game more fun rather than taking fun away. So when I started out with economy only, the downside of it is that you are taking away a lot of the things that Space Engineers does. At least for me, well, I like mining in Space Engineers. I like the way that you mine. I like the way that you can see the resource in front of you and you got to make sure that you collect as much of it as possible. I like all that. I like the way that we build stuff. What I was hoping the economy would do is something more like what I did with Scrapyard, where, yeah, we took away that, but we added in some other gameplay that made up for it. I hoped that I was bigging up a bit of gameplay by making it more relevant. Unfortunately, the economy just can't carry all of the game that way. But I got a suggestion in the comments. I'm really annoyed I can't find out who exactly sent this the first time. But the suggestion was, don't use economy to be the only thing, but rather use economy to unlock doing more things in Space Engineers as normal. So instead of the progression tree where we've got blocks in there, we have buying stuff from a station. I think there are ways to add extra blueprints into the stations, but even if we can't, we can block out certain blocks from being built and just have to buy them. And the blocks that I think would work well here are drills, refineries, assemblers, and possibly upgrade modules. So basically, what I'm going to do is test that out. So what I did first was I had a look at what ships we have here, and I can see that we've got some drill-based ships. We've got the Prospector and a few others. We've also got a couple of ships that have known refineries and assemblers, and that's the starter ship Mark 1, the yellow one. So I went and bought myself a couple of those and added those refineries to my ship. Once I had those on my ship, I was able to then go out and buy the drill ships, and I smushed them together into one horrible agglomeration of a ship, but was able to use it to go and mine more resources. And I played through this for quite a bit of time to get a feel for it, because what I'd like to do is I'd like to make a mod that makes this more possible. I'd like to investigate what's possible here in terms of using the economy to provide a progression pathway, not using the economy mode to provide all of our gameplay. And I think that might work better. Because basically, the big issue I ran into with playing it on its own is that there's no change in my gameplay between me having 140 odd million and me having 470 million. There's no difference. It doesn't change. I can't make it substantially more efficient. Sure, I can add more jump drives so that I can jump more, but that doesn't really change things. I'm still waiting for a jump drive, jumping. Waiting for a jump drive, jumping. Whereas if we use the economy to buy componentry, we can be improving our refineries, improving our assemblers, improving our drills, improving other things. And I'd like to get some thoughts from you guys on what things could be available through here. And I'm going to do my best to find out if I can make a mod that adds extra things to these shops. So I think that's possible. I think it's possible to add your own ships to the storefront. And if I can do that, then we could potentially have something that could even work alongside Scrapyard or stand on its own and just give us a different way to progress through Space Engineers. And I think that could kind of be a fun way to add economy in. While at the start, we begin with, say, a rover on a planet, and you can do the search missions, and using a rover for search missions is actually kind of interesting because there's a chance of crashing and all that. Then you progress on further elsewhere. So if you've got any thoughts on that, I would love to hear your ideas. And over the coming, however long it takes me to figure out if I can even do this, I'm going to keep investigating this because I think it's got some potential. This is a bit of a disappointing ending, but I think it's the only ending that makes sense. Well, other than this one.